Welcome back to Pittsburgh Sports with Scooter. Scooter here. I want to do a video today uh, about All Stars, Pittsburgh Pirates All Stars in particular, since the All Star balloting is starting to wind down a little bit. Give you my take on who I think the All Stars are for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then put it out to you guys who you think is deserving. Obviously, Paul Skeens, he'll be a starter in the All Star game. Not sure if he'll start it this year because of his. I, Look, when I say Paul Skeens has struggled, he's struggled in the aspect of how we've expected Paul Skeens to pitch. Paul Skeens is still, top five in baseball. He's going to be in the All Star game. Although the other guy I'm going to mention, I believe has had a better season, and that's Braxton Ashcraft, who I think will make the All Star team. I don't think he'll make the initial roster. It will probably be he'll probably be a guy who gets in as pitchers get injured or guys who just don't want to go because they want the rest instead. So I would expect Skeens and Ashcraft. The third guy on here, I absolutely believe will be an all-star is Brandon Lau. Personally, I believe Brandon Lau should be the starting second baseman in the all-star game. But it doesn't look like with the balloting that's going to happen, which is a shame because he really is the best hitting second baseman in baseball, I think. Um, so for sure, Skeens, Ashcraft, and Brandon Lau will be all-stars for the Pittsburgh Pirates, I believe. A couple other guys who are deserving, and we'll have to see if they make it. Brian Reynolds. I don't think Brian Reynolds will make the initial All Star team, but as injuries happening, and again as guys refuse to go, I think Brian Reynolds will probably make the All Star team. I think he's made it twice in the past. I think he'll be a three-time All Star. A guy who really deserves to and has the numbers to be an All Star is Horowitz. If you look at his numbers, he's up there in the top offensive guys, and he's become a better defensive first baseman. And if you go just off his numbers, Horowitz deserves to go. The problem with Horowitz is you've got a guy named Matt Olson for the Braves who's tearing the cover off the ball, and you have a guy in L.A. and Freddie Freeman who is an every year All Star. So Horowitz probably will be left off the All Star team. It's unfortunate, but that's how baseball works. Um, I do believe O'Neal Cruz had a real chance of being an All Star this year. There's not many 30-30 guys in the league anymore. O'Neal Cruz was his numbers. He was on the verge of making it. Until he broke the bones in his hand and will be out at least 4 to 6 weeks, if not more. I believe O'Neal Cruz would have made the All Star team, but now with this injury, he will not. And believe it or not, Gregory Soto has a chance to be an All Star. If you look at his numbers, he's right up there numbers wise with the top guys in the bullpen. So that's my list. If Nick Gonzalez was still batting in the 320s, 330s, I would have said Nick Gonzalez. But he's tailed off a bit, not a lot, but the last time I looked, he was under a 300 batting average, and his defense just isn't that good at third base. So Nick Gonzalez won't make it. He was making a case for a while, but I don't think he is anymore. So yeah, that's my list. Curious what you guys think. So just to run that down again, I believe the locks for the All-Star game are Paul Skeens, Braxton Ashcraft, and Brandon Lau. I think Brian Reynolds will probably be on the All-Star team as injuries and things sort themselves out. And Gregory Soto is a possibility. Horowitz deserves it, won't get in because of Olson and Freeman, and O'Neal Cruz injury keeps him off the All-Star team. Curious what you all think. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. And until next time, and as always, let's go Bucks.